I'm doing my 2025 best, most electric BL kisses. These are the shows that I enjoyed watching. I'm not talking about what I consider to be the best BLs of this year or my favorite BLs to watch. I'm just talking about the kisses. The kisses, the kisses, the kisses. Some of these I know I'm going to get a lot of disagreement over, but it is my damn video, so I'm going to do what I want. Hi, I'm Monique. I am the host of Off by Purple Art podcast, where I talk to you about K-dramas, C-dramas, BTS, and so much more. That so much more includes BLs. I didn't watch as many BLs as I would have liked. I'm pretty much going to be going off camera at this point because I want to focus on the kisses themselves. So let's get into it. Let's not waste time. Just as an honorable mention, I have to mention Heated Rivalry. This show has taken over basically my mind, my body and soul. I did an entire podcast about my favorite moments from the first 5 episodes. The sixth episode has just aired. It was just a wonderful time. They are so amazing. Shane and Ilya rule my life. The chemistry is unmatched. Connor and Hudson are just absolutely electric on screen, but I cannot count Heated Rivalry technically as a BL. I would consider this more of an MM romance, and it is a Canadian show that is on Crave, which is now also simultaneously streaming on HBO Max. So it's gotten pretty damn popular, but I had to include it because it's just that amazing. Now, for number 10, I have to give it to 10 Dance. Funny enough, 10 Dance is a movie, so technically it's not a BL series, but I had to include this in my list in some way, shape, or form because the chemistry is just completely out of this world. I wish this was a series, but it wouldn't be as beautiful. We probably wouldn't have gotten the star power talent that we got if it was a series. I don't even know if internationally we would have had access to 10 Dance if it was a series, but oh my god, it's so good. You have to watch it on Netflix. Oh my god. Going into number 9, I'm actually going to give it to Kill to Love. Kill to Love, I did not get on the bandwagon like everyone else. It actually took me until once it's finished airing for me to go back and watch it. What a beautifully sad and poetic Chinese BL. Just absolute peak devastation. Their kiss just to me was just so fantastical. I can't get over it. I adore it with everything within me, and I just had to include it because it was just devastating to me. Number 8, I'm going to give to Love in the Moonlight. Prince and Cow and Sassin were just beautiful and electrifying on screen. I wish this BL got a little bit more love, but it didn't. But what I saw, I enjoyed. Their kisses, passionate. The one that I am including on screen should tell you everything. Even if the characters got on your last nerve, Sun Kao and Sassin just had chemistry in spades. It was just a very, very good time. Number 7, I'm going to talk about The Bangkok Boy. I call it Bangkok Boys, but the official title is Bangkok Boy. This is another show that was very crucially underrated, but Sun and Peace had the very tragic Romeo and Juliet type setup. Bloody, it was violent, it was dangerous, and it just had so much chemistry. I could not get over it. It was just a phenomenal time. I enjoyed myself greatly. It was just lots of fun for me personally. Number 7, I'm going to go into Secret Relationships. This was one of those shows that was deemed extremely toxic. I get it. I totally get it. A lot of people took issue to this show, and I totally get that. This is probably not going to be one on many's radars, but I'm just going to say, even in the toxicity of it all, Daeun had incredible chemistry, particularly with Soo Hyun and with Seong Hyun. Now, Seong Hyun was considered, in relativity to the other characters, as the more green flag. I kind of disagreed, and I kind of made that point in my podcast dedicated to secret relationships. But their kiss, the one I'm particularly showing, was just breathtaking. And even though the kiss between Daeon and Soo Hyun, in addition, was very dubious consent and very, very toxic, I won't deny that it had a lot of sparks within it, and I just attribute it to that, to the actors being super intense and super passionate. So I had to highlight secret relationships, even though I can definitely tell people will disagree with that. Now, going into the next is going to be Top Form. Top Form had a lot of controversy surrounding it, mainly due to the separation of Smart and Boom and their ship. Very, very sad situation all around, and I don't particularly put any blame on either one of them. I wish them both the best in their career, but I will say, with the time that we had them as Jin and Akin, particularly the honey scene, just the amount of passion kisses. There's like so many that I could put in this list alone, but what you see right now is what I deem as the best. They just had passion in spades. Did I agree with all of the writing choices for this show? No, there was definitely some episodes I took issue with. There's characterizations I didn't like, but I'm coming as someone that didn't read the original manhwa for it, so I'll leave it at that. But I will not deny the chemistry these two packed in, and it's a shame that we probably will not be able to get to see that in its likeness ever again. The one that I think really people are going to take issue with, but I'm going to include it because it wouldn't be fair of me not to, because the kisses in this show, and the one that I'm going to showcase in particular, just electrifying. Thundercloud Rainstorm is such a weird show, and I'm used to watching some weird ass stuff, weird ass plot lines. I don't care. Fiction is fiction to me. I can separate fiction from anything morality wise that would, you have to raise an eyebrow in real life. But the show's weird. I won't deny that. The show's weird. The subject matter's weird. But Ilju and Jung, their kisses, these two actors in particular, dear God, I need them in another project post haste. Immediately, I need them in another BL project, because their chemistry, you can't waste that. The chemistry in this show, the kisses, oh my God, there's so many. There's even a particular kiss, and I'm going to show it here, where even just kisses on the neck are just beyond sensual. It's crazy. Their chemistry is next level. And if it wasn't for the absolute weirdness of the plot line of the show, I would probably place it even higher up my ranking. Going now into my top 3. And of course, with number 3, I had to include Revenge Love. I had to. People might disagree with this. I know people love the show in general. It was all that BL fans could talk about for the summer of 2025. I loved Revenge Love. I love Woo Seo-wei and Chi Chang's chemistry, and their kisses in particular. The first really explosive kiss between them I thought was phenomenal. The biting of the neck afterwards was phenomenal. I think their banter was phenomenal. I just wish some of the writing panned out better for the later episodes, but I would say for at least a good 14 episode run, I was enjoying it. The later episodes going into the high 20s were where the writing fell off, but this isn't about actual storyline. I'm just talking about the kisses alone. The first one was legendary for me, and I just enjoyed my time. For my top 2, this shouldn't really come to surprise to anyone if you've been paying attention to my podcast this year, because I talked about these two a lot. But for number 2, Shine absolutely has to take it. Naran and Lurt, or Carolert, God, their chemistry. Oh my God. So explosive. Euro and Sun, they have to work together, and they have to get an equally passionate, steamy show like Shine. Shine had a lot of political storytelling, and honestly, it had a lot of great messaging. I enjoyed a lot of the show. Were there things that I wish could have been changed for the better? Yes. But the chemistry, the mystery behind them, star-crossed lovers aspects, just the passion. Oh my God, even the correspondence between the two of them, and the secret letter writing, and the way that they would communicate to one another, and the coordinates, just everything that I could want in a tragic love story was in Shine, particularly with Naran and Lurt's relationship. Loved it, loved their chemistry, just crazy work. And now for my number 1. This really shouldn't be a surprise to you if you've been paying attention to my podcast this year, because I talked about this show more than once. I even did a podcast episode that highlighted their kisses, and it has to go to Reset. I don't give a damn. Y'all can argue with your mama. I loved Reset. I loved the Lacorn, over-the-top nature of it, and the chemistry with Armin and Tada was next level. Every kiss was top tier. Their pool kiss when they're like bathed in purple is absolutely like my favorite, like the passion, the intensity, and visually just Peter Pan and oh my god, and Pond looked just phenomenal together, and they're both, I think, really good actors, and I think they paired very well together, and they made this extraordinarily ludicrous script work for me just because of their commitment to their characters. So that is my top 10 list with my honorable mentions. Let me know your thoughts. What was your favorite kisses of this year? As I said, this is not highlighting my favorite BLs, period. I have a lot of BLs that I absolutely adored that I did not include in this video because I wasn't really looking for the kisses, particularly in those shows. It was just the overall love story. But these ones in particular, these kisses kind of stood out to me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do another one because last year's was very well received. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to honor that, do another one. But let me know your thoughts below if you're watching the YouTube form of this podcast. And if you're watching, listening via Spotify and Apple Podcasts, let me know your thoughts as well. Happy holidays. We're heading into New Year and we got a whole boatload of new content coming down your way.